You're here to think about it, man. We're glad that you're still here, brother.
I've been blessed with another day, many more days. At 1:20 a.m. on that July 27th, I was the luckiest FBI agent in the country,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Law enforcement agents are dead in a shootout outside Waco, Texas tonight.
He calls himself the Lamb of God.
We wanted to get the kids out of there.
We are going to fulfill our commitment to God.
Lead your people out, David, to be a Messiah, not a destroyer.
In the New York civil fraud trial, it's Eric Trump who's now taken the stand following several hours of testimony from his brother, Don Jr.
Ivanka Trump, the daughter of the former president, is expected to testify.
Their father has taken to social media attacking the judge, telling him, "Leave my children alone."
Standing trial is only a child. We're far too young to understand how to connect. Ignore that one of us is 45. She refers to our dad as our daddy. Junior wants his father's love badly. Look at me. And dad thinks this guy's name's just number 3. We're just middle-aged toddlers. We're the kids who are 40-ish. We're the kids who ourselves have kids. Showing kids is wrong no matter whose kids it is.
But Hunter Biden...
It's The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Tonight, the kids are alt-right. Plus, Stephen welcomes Secretary Pete Buttigieg and Willie Nelson. Featuring Louis Cato and The Late Show Band. And now, live on tape from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City, it's Stephen Colbert.
Thanks, everybody. Down here, up there. Welcome to The Late Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Folks, I don't pretend to be news. This is a late-night show, okay? And I try not to get swept up in the sensationalism of the modern news grind. But when history's being made, I can't ignore it. Which is why tonight's top story is an Ontario man's 8-foot zucchini might be the longest in the world. Which, of course, raises the question, is that a world record in your garden, or are you just happy zucchini? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. For more, much more on this story, let's go to CHCH News, Ontario's news leader.
While it isn't official yet, a Thorold man is confident he squashed the record. Adam Atkinson has the incredible story of Henry and the giant zucchini.
The Guinness World Record for the longest zucchini is 8 feet 33 inches.
Really? 8 feet 33 inches. I know this is Canada, but the metric system is weirder than